This podcast is brought to you by the couchcommentators.shop.
Help support the channel by purchasing your Couch Commentators merchandise by using the link below.
Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. As always, I have Dan and I've got Dan over there. I've got
Hello.
Ashley and Alyssa. Ashley far left, Alyssa right. Both of our sisters there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This has been wanted by the fans for a long time. I'm telling you, guys.
Highly requested.
Yeah, highly requested. Alyssa, how are you going?
Not too bad. Not too bad. It's a good week.
Yeah.
Feeling relaxed, feeling fresh. Yeah, feeling
ready
good.
to podcast?
Ready to podcast.
First podcast for you?
I have been waiting 105 episodes to be here. And here we are. I'm here.
The invite got lost. I'm sorry. Ashley, how are you going, mate?
I would say the same. Feeling pretty good. Bit nervous, first time on the podcast. It's
Jitters,
a bit nerve-wracking,
The
but
bright lights.
I think we can do this. I think I believe in us. So yeah.
Sweet. Dan, mate, how was your week?
Not too bad. Just had a relaxing week as always. You know, couple beverages sunk over the weekend.
Oh, yes.
Bit of football watched.
Bit crazy. Gets a bit wild.
Bit crazy, bit wild.
How do you feel having our sisters on the podcast, mate?
Nervous about what they're going to say, honestly.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, it can't be worse than what we've said in 105 episodes, mate.
Yeah, honestly, not going to lie. Yeah,
100%. Okay, well, as always, how am I? How's my week?
I was going to
guys?
ask, but you don't stop talking, so.
Yes. I'm pretty good, guys. Also had a bit of beer over the weekend. But guess what I did do, guys? I watched Moana 2, guys. Let me tell you.
How did you find it?
Yeah, was
Number
that
2.
good?
Oh, mate. Maui, what a bloke. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I heard he just plays himself in that movie,
It's a
though.
good movie. Very heart-wrenching, I just,
Is that on Disney Plus? Or what is
It's on
it?
Disney Plus now,
Yeah.
guys.
I
So
haven't seen it yet, though.
not an
It's on my
ad.
watch list.
Not an ad, but hello.
Disney Plus, if you want
Disney
to.
Plus wants to sponsor.
Yeah, we'll take it. Okay, guys, this is an on the couch episode. So what we do, I try my interviewing skills and we see how we go. So we'll start off with my first question that I've written down here. We got, where did the Couch Commentators intro song come from? And look, guys, I wouldn't mind maybe a live rendition if you're up to it.
I mean, I guess we could probably do a live rendition.
We could.
We could. Firstly, I'll start by saying where it came from. About a year ago. Take us back to Easter last year at Lake Tabourie, sitting on the beach.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we thought, the Couch Commentators need a song. Not a thong. They need a song. Turning into Mike Tyson here, guys.
New merch coming soon.
And yeah, we just spiraled.
Yeah, just started singing.
As you
got to
guys
work.
do, you really bounce off
We
each other
really
with
do.
spiraling.
We do.
We then we went back to her cabin that afternoon and really fine details, worked out the lyrics, and then we decided we're gonna go and show you guys. So we came down to the campsite and sung it.
Look, as much as I love the rendition we have currently, it has got a bit of laughing from Jules.
Oh, what? I haven't heard that.
And the fucking text message tone
Yeah.
of her phone.
Hello.
The Kim Possible fucking.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But look, I'll let you guys take it away for the live rendition.
We are the couch. We are the couch. We are the couch commentators. Oh, how we love to watch the footy. We are the couch commentators.
We are the couch.
We are the couch.
We are the couch.
We are the couch.
We are the couch commentators.
Oh, how we love to watch the footy. We are the couch commentators.
Yes.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well done, well done.
We
We're
were
here all
talking
night.
off air about opera version. Is that
Listen.
is that on the
We are the couch.
Episode 205.
Okay, so lock that in. Right
So
in.
another 2 years' time, all
Yeah.
right? Sweet.
Right in the schedule, guys. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's glorious.
I've actually got a tip.
Thank you.
I think that could make the deaf man cry,
Yeah.
honestly.
that might
has.
be the
It
intro.
has.
That might be the intro for further episodes. Who knows, guys? If that's
will be.
sick. Okay, next question I have for you guys is: what team do you support in the NRL and why? Alyssa, I'll go to you first.
All right.
Firstly, actually, I just want to bring it up. You guys are both traders, so I'll just throw that
Listen,
out
well, I
there.
was going to get into it. If you
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna do it.
Yeah. Rip the Band-Aid off.
So up until about 10 years old, I was a Dragons fan. Clearly not by choice.
We were
Was
both
forced into it. Forced. I would say child abuse almost. But here we are. It's okay. And then I made the decision to become a Bulldogs fan after that. But I would also like to advise that I have another favourite team. And I have a prop here for my new favourite team, which is the Melbourne Storm.
The Melbourne Storm.
So I do love the Bulldogs, and I'm now also a Melbourne Storm fan. So that will come later.
That's beautiful. That's
More
beautiful.
information to come.
Was there any influence behind becoming a Doggies fan?
Probably just being a defiant child and wanting to go against my father.
Yeah.
And then also my godfather was a Bulldogs fan, so I was like, yeah, why not? And it's probably the team that my dad hated the most. So it works well.
Good rivalry. Ashley.
Well, growing up, I was a Tigers supporter, and I think we all know the Tigers' history. Now, I know they're doing all right at the moment, but back in the day, look, it was rough. And I wasn't the biggest football fan. I kind of dipped off, stopped watching. And then I
You
realized...
did have a good career in football, though.
I did. For 3 years. I did have a really good, amazing career injury,
NRLW was on the cards, I believe.
It
I heard
definitely
you were
was.
the Warriors' best dummy half ever.
I was. Then I realized, hey, I like the football. I don't really want to go for the Tigers anymore because they're shit. So I'm going to pick a new team. And my best mate, Piper.
Shout out.
Piper. She goes for the Eels, right? And as we all know, James, he also goes for the Eels.
James.
So shout out, James. Speaking of, so I switched and I just went for the Eels, and I've been going for the Eels since 2022 now. So 3 years.
How did 2022 go for you?
Look. It was a up and down emotional roller coaster, big highs at the end of the year and then massive lows right at that last game. So yeah, it was rough, but I stuck with them. I could have gone back, but I didn't. So,
and shout out Mitchell Moses.
Shout out Mitchell Moses because he's a big reason.
Big reason.
As well. So he's up there.
He's also a good fan of the podcast. Big fan.
Yeah, obviously. I know you're watching. Yeah,
you're watching.
He's actually on next week. You guys didn't know.
So wait.
I will be there.
You guys are actually overtaking the podcast. Huh? This is the handing off the couch commentator. Beautiful stuff, guys. Now, following into that, your favourite sporting moment. It doesn't have to be NRL. Could be some netball you guys played.
The
Could be
Wildcats.
Could be the one.
Sorry. Troy Bolton.
Get your head in the game, if you will.
I'll let you go first, Ashley.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw it back to 2022. I was at the semi-finals where we did beat the Raiders. I think it was something like 40 to something along those lines, 40 to 12, something like that. I was there at that game and it was a big high and I really did enjoy that. Obviously the game following that was not as good, but I would say that's one of my favorite sporting moments because
did you
I was there.
Viking clap as well? Or?
Oh yeah. I had to join in. I was there,
For the culture.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Alyssa.
I've been thinking about this question and I couldn't decide between my two options.
Well,
so I'm giving you two.
Giving
you two today. My first one isn't really like game related. It's more about the situation around it. So back in, I can't remember whether it was 2012 or 2014, the Bulldogs were in the grand final. And
2014 probably.
they were in both, I'm pretty sure. But my father said to me when I decided to be a Bulldog supporter that he would never purchase me, never buy or wear or anything to do with Bulldogs. And that grand final, he wore a hat for the Bulldogs. He wore a wig for the Bulldogs. And I was very proud. It was
Number
a very
one
proud
Bulldogs
moment.
fan.
Number one Bulldogs fan, which that was a very, very great moment because I knew he'd come around in the end, And then my second one would probably have to be last year. Me and Ashley went to Melbourne.
Yes.
For our
we did.
little week away. We decided to go to Melbourne, and we thought, let's see if there's any games on in Melbourne. And what do you know? Melbourne was versing the Warriors for the Anzac Day game.
Oh.
The Anzac Day game.
Yes.
They only do that once a year.
They only do it once a year. And I'm telling you now, Anzac Day in Melbourne is something else.
It's a big
There's
deal.
Anzac Day Eve. There's Anzac Day. There's Anzac Boxing Day.
It's like Boxing
It's
Day.
full on.
Following up the next week, you have Anzac New Year. It's a crazy, full-blown Anzac.
It's a big couple of
time.
weeks in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Going to that game really did change my life. I became #1 Melbourne fan. I don't think I've ever cheered so hard for a team in my life that I don't even go for at that time. And I think I just cheered so hard that I became a Melbourne fan.
Brainwash, if you will.
Yeah, I brainwashed myself into becoming Melbourne fan. So that would be my second highlight,
wow.
I feel, because it's just, changed me as a
Yeah.
A
person.
pivotal moment.
Yeah, good stuff, guys. Next question I have is any funny stories of your brothers?
Oh, God.
Just any funny stories in general. I'll go to Alyssa. Any funny stories?
I would have to say one funny story would be that when Daniel was a child, he liked to touch himself. And I mean a lot. To the point where we had the hands up, Dan game. So if he was noticed to be touching himself, we would have to say hands up, and he would go like this and take his hands off of himself. So I think that would be probably quite a funny moment. I also did kick his tooth out, but that's also his fault because he was going up the slide when I was going down the slide. So
Yeah.
you
For the
know,
rest of us, it really does.
Well,
He
And then you
asked
also
for it.
made me break my arm, you know.
You also fell over yourself. I didn't push you. I didn't ask you to jump off the trailer. Just because I jumped off first doesn't mean you had to do it. I know I'm your idol, but there's no need to follow me and everything.
hands up, Dan.
I think if I do that too fast, my shirt will come up as well.
I'm going to start using that for the podcast. for
please
history.
do.
I'm going to sit with my hands behind the chair. I'm handcuffed.
That's quite a funny story, honestly. Ashley.
Fuck, I really wasn't expecting that.
I have a story of at our old house. If you didn't know, me, James, and Brandon, we all live together.
What?
No way.
We do. Just a little insight. At our old house, there was one time. It was a Sunday. I had been at work all day, and I got home, and we had all been out the night before, right, on the Saturday night. And I got home from work, and I went to use my bathroom, and I found my hand towel in the toilet with piss on it. And I thought to myself, well, that sure as hell wasn't me. Because why would I piss on my own hand towel? And at this point, Brandon wasn't home. So I went out to James and I said, hey, did you piss on my hand towel? And he said, what? No? I wouldn't piss.
That's disgusting.
Why would I piss on your hand towel? I would never do that. And I thought, oh, well, that's odd. Because, see, mine and James's room were on one side of the house, and Brandon's room was all the way on the other side. So he never used my bathroom, really, unless he had to. Whereas James, right next door,
Right
he
next
would
to his
always
room.
use my bathroom. That's understandable. So I thought, well, why would Brandon, in the middle of the night, come and use my bathroom? So odd. Anyways, Brandon gets home that day, and I ask him, hey, did you piss on my hand towel? He says, no.
What the fuck?
Why would I piss on your hand towel? Later down the track, we realised it was James that pissed on my hand towel because
Shout out, James.
who else would it have been?
I would like to defend James. I think there may have been a robber. They came in just
could have-
to piss on
they
their
Could have
hand.
been.
Did
It
not
could have
steal a
been.
thing, just pissed on my hand
Yeah.
towel.
Let's just say it was Maddie C.
Yeah.
It could have been.
Maddie C came to your house. And
Yep.
Sorry about that.
We did find him in our house, unbeknownst to us, many times.
He was in the cupboard.
He has done the boys' dishes once
Yeah.
without them being home. So
Props to him, really.
So, piss a good hand towel. Would
Yeah.
that be out of the cards? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
That's a good story. That's
Yep,
a good story.
thank you.
Okay. Any funny stories you got of them? Dan? No.
none
off the top
that
of
I
it.
can think
Yeah,
of off
it's
the
not
top of my
funny,
head.
Emma.
Yeah, no.
Me and James used to have fights in the backyard at our old house in St Helens Park. I do
Yeah.
really remember. We used to get into really heavy fights.
Yeah.
I don't know if he remembers them, but it was like hair pulling and like full
Alyssa
on.
always won,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I
I'm going to have WWE matches.
Yeah.
Actually
Yeah.
knocked one of my teeth out with a sippy cup once.
Yeah, nice.
So-
Nice.
One thing I remember is Ashley, Alyssa and James got married once when we were kids.
Yeah, we did.
That is true. That is true.
No incest, I swear.
And they haven't been divorced yet.
Yeah.
So,
Legally
sorry about that,
binding as
everyone.
well.
James is taken.
You find out something new every podcast, guys.
Please, he's not. He's not.
Okay.
someone get him, please.
Please.
Someone take them, please.
Please. Okay. We have fun. We have fun.
Okay.
We have fun.
Okay, moving
That was
on.
such a maniacal laugh.
All right. Next question, guys. What's working in childcare like, and do you have any good stories? I'll go to Alyssa. She's been in childcare for a while now, so.
So trying to like rack our brain of what's funny to you guys and the
public,
people.
yeah.
Because a lot of things that happen in childcare are only funny to childcare people.
Yeah.
I will say though, there is a lot of shit involved. There is a
Literally.
lot of poo and wee and vomit. You know,
Every day.
Every day.
Every hole that just comes out.
We do
over the
recommend
place.
bringing spare pairs of clothes for ourselves
Yeah.
because you may get shit on or vomited on.
Look, there's no real funny stories that stand out, but there is an interesting fact. Now, I hope that any childcare workers that are watching, I know there's hundreds of them.
Plenty.
They understand this
Tuning
as well.
in just for this because they know
And I
that.
hope
They
you're
are.
not eating while watching
Yeah,
this because I would
please,
recommend stopping.
If you are eating, put your
Pause,
food down.
skip about a minute ahead.
Trigger warning.
So obviously you're changing nappies, right? And you do a whole nappy change at least once a day.
As you do.
Yep. And you might change maybe 4 or 5 poos. You could even change 10. Who knows? And
true. It's traumatizing.
you change all those poos. It's terrible, right? The stench it's everywhere. It's in your nose. It's all around you. You feel it. You breathe it. You eat it, right?
You are it.
You are
become.
it. Yeah. The room, it stinks. Everything, it's terrible. Anyways, that day you'll get home from work and you do your afternoon shit, you know, and you go to do this shit and you are doing this shit and what's that? A whiff of the poo that you changed at 2 o'clock. All of a sudden, my poo looks and smells the same as the nappies that I changed 4 hours ago during the day. And
Sorry.
it happens every day without a doubt.
All the senses are just rushing
Yeah.
back.
It like the exact same. It gives you flashbacks, war flashbacks of changing nappies at 2 p.m. that day.
Post-traumatic poo disorder, would you say?
Yeah,
it is, yeah.
It's
And-
a studied thing. Yeah.
And you could say like common phrases we use are who's done a poo?
Yep.
You walk around, who's done
Who's
a
done a
poo?
poo?
Whose undies are these?
Yep.
It's
We do that on the podcast sometimes as well. Yeah, look, you guys don't get paid enough. I'll say that.
Tell
Hands
me
out.
about it.
I hope the government's watching.
Yeah.
We don't get paid enough.
FD Albanese, please. I know you watch. I know
begging
you watch. That's good stuff. I'm sure there's plenty more you can talk about, but for legal reasons, we can't.
That's very true.
Yes,
There's
yes,
only so
yes.
much we can say.
Yes. Those little shits.
Sometimes big
said it.
shits.
Yeah, sometimes they're big. Hello. Hello. We have fun. We have fun. Okay. Next question we got is, if you could make a podcast together to rival our podcast, what would it be about? And maybe what would you name it, guys?
Okay.
Alyssa, any thoughts, or do you want to collaborate together? on this?
So we have come up with a name.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the name would be Shut Your Mouth, I'm Talking.
Yep.
Because the podcast would just be us yapping and talking
For
and
at least an
spiraling
hour.
for an hour. And no one else will have a chance to speak. So
And no one will really understand it. And they
Yeah.
probably won't find it funny, but we will. So that's
Yeah.
all that
and
matters.
we'll be laughing a lot.
Yes.
And that will make everyone else laugh.
Yeah.
We're not sure if it goes with the rival situation because
Yeah.
we would have our target
Sports,
audience.
yeah, probably
But
wouldn't
this
be.
crossover at the moment is
Yeah.
going to create the
Yeah.
rivalry, you know,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
our podcast
First episode coming soon.
advertisement coming.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
just joking.
We have a
Pending.
we have a studio here, guys. There's so many rooms around as well in the
Yeah,
studio.
obviously,
So
Rent a room, I think is
Yeah.
what they call it.
It's on
I
the
like
cards.
the name you guys came up with on the weekend better than that name.
What was that?
The couch commentators.
Oh, yes. The couch commentators.
Commentators.
Because we
Almost
have
forgot about
couches,
that.
you know.
Yes, we do have couch.
Look,
Yeah. We also did
I
have
have
another.
both.
We also did have another one. We're trying to think of the opposite to the couch commentators. So we thought like the table turnover or something like that.
could be any
table
of these.
observer.
Yeah.
The table observer.
We might throw a poll up, and they can the
Yeah,
the
that's
fans
right.
can decide for you
Yeah,
guys.
that's-
You
I
know,
think
what
so.
do you want?
Yeah.
You
We've
know?
got 3 options, guys. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh man, we have fun. We have fun. Let me tell you. Okay, now we get to my favorite part of having a guest on or guests on. We have explained these photos, and I've done some deep diving myself,
Oh dear.
and I've got some photos for you two to explain. Alyssa, we got your photos first, so
Perfect.
just let us know what's going on here.
My friend had a Shrek themed party.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you could tell. I'm not sure if you could tell. It was
Which
a Shrek
one?
themed party.
Which one's you?
I'm the one in the balaclava. It was kind of it was almost like a last minute thing for me. I couldn't figure out what to wear, and there was already Shreks attending. So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I became the guard.
God.
And yeah, this photo is actually on display at our nan's house next to Ashley's ballerina photo. The 2 prodigy granddaughters.
Number 3, my lord.
Big number 3, my lord. Were you the only guard?
Yes, I
Yes,
was.
yes.
I
That's
was
good.
gonna go.
It's good commitment.
And that's
Okay.
what matters, really.
Yeah.
Next photo we have is this one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, this one. She's a doozy. I think this was actually after a Lake to Bowery trip. I got
Really sunburned.
a little bit sunburned. Not sure if you can tell, but I did get a little bit sunburned. And I thought, let's see how well makeup can hide it. And as you can see, the makeup hides
Pretty
it quite
good.
well. But I just wanted to show the comparison
Yeah.
of how different it was. So yeah, that
Yeah.
was a painful time. That was
Makeup stylist soon, I guess.
That's it. Makeup tutorial coming soon.
On the first episode of the podcast. Okay, next one. Whoa!
Oh, look at that! Look at us all.
Look
We're
at
all.
them.
Except-
Anyone would think that we're all family.
Yeah.
This was Craig's birthday,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think.
he's 50th.
Bathurst.
I think Bathurst. Yeah, we all went to Bathurst for this little weekend away. As you can, I don't know if you can tell, but that's Brandon in
Yeah.
the front there doing gang signs,
Doing
and then
some
you've
gang
got
signs.
James in the back
Pointing.
doing gang signs. Daniel, Lord knows what he's doing.
Hidden by Ashley's hand.
None of them have beards or any facial hair, so
Yeah.
it's quite
Quite young.
quite
Yeah.
hard to tell
I think
who's
me
who.
and Brandon were turning 19.
But yeah, so that was us back in the day.
Yeah.
That's almost 10 years
Little
ago.
young Ashley. as well.
A little babe
I
Ashley.
think I'm flipping Dan off in that photo. Actually.
It looks like you
Yeah,
are,
I think
yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
Because I think he was trying to give you bunny ears or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah.
Next great
Yep.
photo we got is this
Oh,
one.
stunning. That's really nice. That's a great
Explain
one.
this one for us.
Okay, I'm just trying to suss out where we are here. I'm pretty sure I was house sitting here for old friends, and I must have found their neck pillow and decided to wear it. I really have nothing more to say.
Yeah, no, that's a very flattering
I
photo.
don't, I don't know why. I'm not sure why I've done this.
Yeah, leaving it up.
Obviously, I've sent it as a Snapchat to someone. They've screenshot it.
And they posted on your Facebook. That's where I got it from.
That's my new profile picture.
Yeah, I think
actually,
so. That could be
you
the.
know.
You kind of look like Groot.
yeah, actually, a little bit, yeah.
I think you can maybe,
Hello, girls.
maybe even Lord Farquaad a little bit.
The hair.
Stealing the moon in the first
Two
episode of
Shrek
the
themed
podcast.
photos, crazy.
Yeah, that's stunning. That's really
Okay.
good. Thank you so much
No
for reminding
worries
me of
about
that. That's beautiful.
No worries.
Yeah.
You may want to untag yourself from that one if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
It's
think
too
that's
late
a-
now.
yeah.
That's a new dating profile picture.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
whole couch commentators world
Yeah,
has seen
audience,
this, so
yeah.
you know.
And that's millions of people.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I'm
All
screwed.
right. The next one.
Oh, look at that.
Hey,
Look at
hello.
that. Brandon's 21st.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Number one, we won't
Number
talk
one.
about the birthday cake.
Yeah.
We'll move on from that subject before I even mention it.
Yeah.
Stunning. Look at
Yeah,
us.
Wow,
We're
having fun.
just having a good time.
Having a
Having a
great
really good time.
Is that a Julesy photo bomb in the back?
No, that's not Julesy.
That's Arnie
Yeah,
Jen.
Oh, yeah.
that's Jen. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Need
Nice
to get
try.
glasses. Oh wait, he already has them.
But yeah,
Ah.
I did get very drunk that night.
Mm.
I remember doing a very tactical vomit in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and it was green because I was drinking Midori. So and then I
Lovely.
came out and we were all good. So yeah,
Look, I also got drunk that night as well, which
Yeah,
is crazy.
really? Well done.
I heard you actually got some stuff in your eyes as well.
Oh yeah, I think that story's been told before, but okay, next one.
oh stunning. She's beautiful. She's stunning. This was, as you can see, back in 2011.
Jesus.
So we're going back 13 years, 14 years for
14
that.
years.
I was at my friend Tyler's house and we had a colander.
We had a
And
goal.
I put it on my head.
Colander on a camera.
I
That's
really-
all you really need.
I really don't know what more there is to say. It speaks for itself here.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
it's-
I still do this on the daily.
I was gonna say,
Put a
I'll
colander
bring it
on my
back.
head.
That's a morning routine ritual. If you ask me.
I will. If I'm cooking pasta, it goes on my head first, then in the sink.
You got to test if it works first.
Yeah. So, and I'm pretty sure that colander was one of those ones that collapses
Oh, even better.
and then expands. So, a bit of space saving was what I was going for
nice,
there.
nice.
But yeah, that's that
beautiful.
photo.
Okay.
Stunning.
That's your photo
Beautiful.
is done. Your
Glad.
embarrassing photo is done. Now we go to Ashley. So let's get into these. Explain these photos, Ashley. That one.
This is one of my favorite photos of Ashley.
Me too.
Yeah, stunning.
So this was actually when we were in Melbourne.
Yeah. Oh.
Funnily enough, Melbourne Storm.
Melbourne Storm.
This is one of the last days of the trip. We were sitting in a cafe
Pub.
or a
It was
pub,
a pub,
sorry, having some lunch, and we realised that when I smile, a lot of my gums show.
She's a gummy gal.
I'm
I'm a
Gummy
gummy
you
gal. And I realised that if I just hid my teeth, it kind of makes me look like a grandma. And I've taken my dentures out for the evening, and I'm not putting them back in. So that's what this photo was. I spammed Alyssa with many of these photos.
I think I've got at least 12.
Yeah, because
Nice.
it was the funniest thing at the time. So yeah, that's that
That's
photo.
perfect.
Stunning.
That's
Stunning.
perfect. Okay.
You have a nice nose in that one too.
Yeah.
I think it's really
Always
nice.
do.
All right. This one.
wow. Yeah.
What a stunning photo
Yeah,
of me!
yeah.
Wow, that I didn't even
Beautiful.
know that this photo existed. I've never seen
Oh, I
this.
remember this photo.
I've never seen
I think
this
we
in
all
my
remember
life.
this photo.
This was my 18th birthday. When did I pass out? Around 8 p.m. or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was
It was
Yeah.
like
it
Pretty
9
early in the
o'clock.
night, 9 o'clock,
Yeah,
if you will.
yeah.
I had one too many.
I don't know if
Sam
you
Booker
can tell.
shots.
Sam Booker. Where?
That's
Where did they
really
come
what
from?
That's what got me. Yeah, I don't know where those came from
Yeah,
that night. I don't know who gave them to me.
Was that
Um,
the Sam Booker alarm?
And yeah, so that was me
Yeah.
in
This
bed.
This was us
probably
tucking
by
her to
about
bed.
Yeah.
9 p.m.
Midnight time.
Yeah, I was ready for night.
Good night.
Yeah.
All right. Next one's this one.
Oh, wow.
Brandon?
Did you? What the?
I'm terrified. I am terrified. I don't want to be
This
here
is
anymore.
one of the photos I think Alana or Piper have sent me over
I
time.
see.
Oh, wow.
I see.
Oh my god.
The original of that photo is me in Piper's backyard. We're taking photos of each other, you know, little photo shoot vibe. And I guess there's a filter. And
Yeah.
I look like a middle-aged dad going through a divorce that's just trying to get by. That's
You actually look like Brandon a bit.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
there's a bit of Brandon
there's a bit
in
of
there, yeah.
resemblance.
Little bit of
But I
Brandon.
just
You got a
look like
nice
little bit
fade going on
more-
the
A bit,
sides
a bit
there.
too much gum to be Brandon, though. Yeah.
Yeah, too much gum.
Yeah. Too much.
As mentioned before.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, well, that's a jump scare.
That should be. Yeah, jump scare. Should be a profile picture, I think.
Yep.
Okay, next one.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, stop it, isn't that
I reckon we
cute?
do a reenactment for that. For
Yeah.
the profile
Yeah.
photo for this.
Well, that photo, I don't know actually what we were celebrating that night.
That was down at Tomarong. It was someone's birthday, and we were all there, like one of our grandparents or something.
Yep,
or
yep, yep.
Mother
like
I'm
bought
in
a
the
photo.
famous black fur coat that I really did
Stunning.
love back then.
You did.
I can honestly wish I still had it. You can see in that photo I have a tooth gap, as I did when I was younger.
Yep.
And that is me hugging my big cousin Alyssa.
That's me.
Yep,
Yeah.
So yep. Yep, my idol. Just look up to it so much.
Some used to think parrot.
Yes,
yeah.
Did get
Some would
mistaken
say.
as parrot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fun fact: Ashley used to
Still
think Alyssa
does.
hated her.
Yeah, back then, probably around that time. I actually thought she hated me.
I really do
So,
hate her.
Yep.
Yeah, please,
And
please.
the reason
someone.
I believed it so much is because she had every reason to. Everyone did. So yeah.
We really did. She was annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
But you've changed for the better, you know?
She's still annoying,
I came
but
around.
it's not as bad.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Oh,
Are you gonna rotate on that?
Are you a
Well-
part of a gang? Is what I'm getting
It could
at.
be.
Yeah.
I'm just yep. So that was a staff meeting.
staff meetings get wild.
Staff meetings do go
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was the same night that Brandon had to call me and get a guide on how to cook spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
Yep.
Yes, and you were telling him how to drain the mince
Yes,
and all
yep,
that stuff.
and-
Yep.
I think it would
And
have
this
been
is
tacos.
me
like.
and our 2IC Jess. Shout out Jess.
Shout out, Jess.
Big watcher of the
Throwing up
podcast.
the bloods,
The
symbol,
bloods.
if you will. Yep. That's
Affiliates
really,
of that gang, or
yeah.
Okay, sweet,
used to,
okay.
As you
know?
can see, the
Yeah.
red.
yeah, the red.
Rumor is
Right.
the other girls on the other side of the room were throwing up the seas.
Yeah.
Trips up.
Okay. Last photo of yours, and then we have a couple of both of you guys.
Okay. Oh, stunning. Brother.
Yeah, bruh.
I wish I could explain this.
Yeah.
You were-
I
I
wish you
know.
could too, because all I can say is wow.
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 So, from memory,
Hmm.
we were in some sort of program or something in high school, whatever it was.
Special
The-
or
it's
You know how
special
it
ed
is, special
program.
ed program, something like that. You know, we couldn't read or one of the things. You know, and we had to make one person in our group a pirate. And I put my hand up and I said, I will be the pirate.
Arg, I'm a pirate.
And as you can see, the wooden leg down the bottom,
yeah.
that's
Yep,
what
yep,
that
yep.
is.
Yep.
I'm wearing a cape, which most pirates don't really wear a cape, but, you know,
I'm
I
sure
think
you-
we felt the need.
Do you also have wooden arms?
Yes.
Because it's the same as your
I
leg.
think the one with the thing that I'm holding, I think that's a hook. I think that's
Ah,
a T.
yeah.
Army Hearty. Captain Hook
Yes,
is
Captain
here.
Hook.
Yep.
And
That's an-
obviously, the hat.
Yeah.
The hat is
So I think
questionable
that-
at best.
That's very good.
It looks like one of those hats that have the fucking sun flap at the back.
Sun safety, you know,
Yeah.
practicing
When
it.
you're out on the ocean and you've got
Yeah.
nothing but
Yeah.
sun and water,
Yeah.
you got to be safe.
No
You're
hat,
thinking
hat,
of
no
the
play.
future.
That's it. No
Obviously.
hat, no play.
No hat, no play.
Yep.
Okay, that's beautiful. Now I have a couple of both of
Double
you
whammy.
guys ready.
Bon
Our
bon
Lord and
baby.
Savior.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to pray.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a lot. This
Yeah.
is a lot.
I bet
I
you
can't
didn't
believe-
expect to see these
I
photos.
just
I
have to
didn't.
say, it's my life.
Yeah.
It is now or never.
Now or never.
No, whatever.
And some might even say, take my hand. We'll make it, I swear.
Whoa. We're halfway there. We're halfway there, guys.
And we are
Whoa,
living
whoa,
on a prayer.
whoa,
Bon,
whoa,
We're
bon,
whoa.
always living on a prayer.
Thank you, Bon Bon.
Yeah, that was beautiful stuff.
Lord
Guys.
Bon
Stunning.
Bon Bon.
Thank you for explaining the photos.
You're welcome. You're
Really
welcome.
neat
It's okay.
explanation. So
Thanks for
My,
providing
my
this.
favorite photo is the one of Ashley as a boy.
yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
good.
stunning.
That's
That was
there.
interesting.
I think that's my sleep paralysis demon. Like that's what I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night to tonight.
We have fun. We have fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of fun, guys, the best part of the podcast brought to us by you. It's the listener questions. Yeah.
We're pumped to be here for it too.
We got a couple for you two specifically.
Oh, how
we
exciting.
did reach out, so
Thank you.
we got some here. And
Thanks, fans.
yeah.
Glad to be
Thanks so
here.
much.
Yep.
thanks fans, thanks
Yep.
Dans, and thanks brands. Okay. First question from Matty C. He asked, "What is it like having those three Muppets as brothers/cousins? Must be a tough carry." We'll go to Alyssa first.
Look, it's not easy.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. It's
Yeah.
it's been a rough 29 years because James is 29.
Yeah.
Nah, they're all right. They're fine. We survive.
They have their
Yeah.
moments.
they're-
Ashley?
Look, it's been hard. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I would agree. It is tough. Piss on hand towels.
Yeah.
A lot of, you know, coming home late at night and bashing on my window, asking me to open the door because they forgot their keys.
Yeah.
it's rough, you know.
I
but
also am like slightly traumatized from having to hide my Easter eggs each year because Daniel would eat them all, or having to have a secret drawer in my bedroom because I'd have to hide all my food and drink in there because Daniel would eat it. So
Hands up, Daniel.
hands off. So yeah.
Ashley, what about all the times that your brothers brought all their mates home drunk and
yeah,
you were trying to sleep?
Well, there was that too. There was
Yep.
that too. Yep, I would
That's
have work the next day, and there everyone was.
There they
And
are.
you know what? If you can't beat them,
Join 'em.
You join 'em.
I never had that problem.
Yeah. Oh.
So you don't get what she's hinting at. I had no friends.
Ouch, ouch.
And she moved out when she was 18, so.
Okay, we have fun. All right. Next question
Yikes.
from Aiden L. He asks, which of the guys are the most like a child in a childcare? I think Dan personally.
Look, Aiden, I do agree.
yep,
But
I say that.
they all have their attributes to childlike behaviors.
Yeah.
How would you describe?
There's Brandon with the short temper, the picky eating, you know, little temper tanties, if you will. You know,
not
gets a
angry.
little
No.
sometimes.
Little routines. you
Yeah,
know?
little routines, you know. And then there's James. He can go on a tangent, and he can kind of be like a 4-year-old, you know, sometimes in terms of he gets fixated on something, and he will not shut up until you have heard the whole thing. So, yeah, I guess you could go with them. Do you want to speak on Dan for that
Yeah,
one?
I guess. What
Where do
could
I
say?
start?
What could I say? I mean, look.
Well, yep.
Also with the picky eating, the little autistic traits that they all have. You know, shout out to the autistic
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've all got their little childlike attributes. He still lives at home. I mean,
Yes.
you know, here we are.
Number one child.
Number one.
Yep.
we all have autistic traits, guys. It's in the family.
Yeah.
All 5 of us are
All
autistic.
5. Okay, beautiful stuff. Thanks for attacking us personally.
Okay.
I will get you on Wednesday night, Aiden.
All right, next one is from Moaz, he asks, favorite childhood memory together. We already kind of spoke a little bit on this, but just like a favorite childhood memory, guys.
Probably hating Ashley as I grew up. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair.
Solid childhood
That
memory.
was my favorite memory. Definitely.
No, I think one of like the standout memories would always be like being out at the scout camp
Yeah.
and
That's what I would go with it as well.
Yeah.
going like for Christmases and like birthdays, everything there,
Just weekends.
weekends, just hanging out. And because it was such an adventure there, like even if you'd
Yeah.
been there last weekend, you'd go there and it's still as exciting as the
Yeah.
next. So yeah, I'd say that would be a standout memory for me.
Something new every week almost,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you on the same line there, Ashley?
Yeah, I would say. I would say pretty much the same.
Mm.
Or like Tabari.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tabari,
Another,
yeah.
another good
Yeah.
one.
Still an adulthood memory too.
Yep.
So
Oh, be there
Still
in
going.
a couple of weeks.
Can't
you
wait.
soon.
Get me to it.
we should film an episode from Tabari.
from the beach, I reckon.
Yeah.
Where
From the beach.
Yeah.
Where the intro song was
That's right.
originally
Where the
filmed,
OG
so
Well, that is where the best internet reception is. So.
we'll be there.
Lucky we don't need internet reception.
We'll be there. We've already done our favourite memories before. Just go back to other episodes if you want to hear that. Okay. Next one from Moazan again. He asks, if you all, James 2 in brackets, because he knew he wasn't here. What? He's a mind reader.
How did he
He's a
know?
psychic. He is
My
a psychic.
God.
If you all were to stuck on an island, who'd be most likely to survive?
I just want to say I'd be the first one dead because you'd kill me.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
what I
I've got
was
the
going to
most
say.
meat.
We'd
Yep.
survive
that,
long on your
yeah.
meat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd
there's a
survive,
good
yeah.
few weeks until a helicopter can arrive to
Ashley, who do you
save
think?
us. would
Can survive.
survive. Only one of us.
Mm.
I feel like James, you know, I feel like he would have some weird knowledge of like how to build a TP and like how to build a fort out of leaves and sticks. You know what I mean?
Out
I
of
feel
all
like
of
he'll be able
us,
to
you and
survive.
him were the only one who did scouts, right?
That's true. That is true, and we didn't do it for long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I watched a lot of Man vs. Wild when I was younger, so like,
Okay.
Okay, well,
Okay.
there's a
I'll
card
drink
there.
my own piss
Yep,
if I have
we'll
to.
drink it.
Are you going to lock yourself in, Dan?
No.
No. Okay.
I'll probably go with James
Yeah.
as well. That's what I was thinking before I actually said it.
Alyssa, you...
I would just rather say myself, to be honest, because I just feel like I could do it. I just believe in myself that I could do it.
I'm a goer, you know.
Yeah, I just don't have a doubt in my mind that I could survive and beat you all.
As soon as you're dead, I'm happy to die. Just had to beat you.
but then like when it comes down to actually killing you guys, like that would be really hard. But then like also it's either me or you, so you know. But I do agree with the James as well. I think he would have a good chance. I'd have to fight him.
I've seen all 4 of you run, and I can definitely catch you and or run away from you. So,
listen, you haven't seen me run at full speed recently, though. All right.
True.
You haven't seen me run when I'm hungry.
When those Crocs go into sports mode, watch out. Watch
It's
out.
over.
Yeah, you would want me on that Oztag field.
Mixed Tag team coming soon. The podcast combined.
The couch commentators and the couch commentators.
Oh man. Oh jeez. Okay. Next question we have from Maddie C, and it's specifically to Ashley. It is.
What's that?
Is Ashley a curse on NRL clubs? She went for the Tigers and we sucked. She starts going for the Eels and we start going better and Eels start to suck. Ashley, opinions?
He could be onto something here because the trends are trending. And I'm really hoping that that's not true.
Yeah.
But if it is, I might just start going for like the Sharks or something.
Ooh,
and
no,
then go
no,
to the
no,
Dragons.
no.
Maybe go to the Bulldogs, then the Storm.
We already suck, so you don't have to
That's
go
true.
for us.
Yeah.
But maybe I could just get you guys completely kicked out of the comp. You know what I mean? Like it could just
Please
really
don't
a
do that.
big
No,
downfall,
no.
you know? So maybe if that is true, I might just start floating around, see what happens.
Or go back to the Tigers just because he pissed you
Yeah,
off, you know?
I could go back to the Tigers.
I've
I
got a
don't really
theory
want
to
to.
debunk this. Ashley started going for the Eels in 2022. Tigers were still shit in 2022.
Yeah,
That
but
is-
maybe it takes
that is smart.
a year to kick in.
A couple years to kick in
The
Couple
curse
years
got to
kick
kick
in,
in.
a few good players to come to the team, and there you have it.
and become Penrith 2.0.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. I think you're cursed. We might have to start
We're going with
saging the
cursed.
room or something like that. Yeah. All right. Next question from Aiden H. He asks, thoughts on Reggie the Rabbit punching a 9-year-old? Now, I don't know if this came across your desk, guys. But Reggie,
It didn't,
On the
but I
couch
can
commentators,
imagine
it didn't come
Yeah, it
across
didn't.
yet.
Oh,
So
there was a video of Reggie the Rabbit pushing a 9-year-old. I don't think he punched the 9-year-old, but it was after the Sharks game. He was going up the hall, like to go out of the
tunnel.
field, the tunnel, and guessing a kid's yelled out at him or said something to him that got a reaction of pushing the kid. The kid
Wow.
did not fall, and then like just a little shove, you know. So what do you think about that, Alyssa?
I mean, you pissed me off. I'll push
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
No, I'm just
As a childcare worker,
That's-
legally, I can't
that's
say
I
true.
didn't say that. Nah, I mean,
But
you got to control yourself. You got to.
Yeah.
It's a 9-year-old kid, bro. Like
Yeah.
if you can't control yourself around a 9-year-old kid, like
Why are you wearing that costume?
yeah, exactly.
Why'd
Reggie.
you put it on? Why'd you
It's
get the
pretty
ears
bad.
on?
That's pretty bad. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the bloke's like 50 or 60 years old as well. That's
I
the
think I
worst
did see
thing.
a picture of him without the rabbit
Yeah.
Yeah.
head on. And
I think it's time to hang up the ears.
Yeah.
I really think
It
it
is,
is.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Pass on the
what are
ears.
we still doing?
Yeah, that's fair. Dan, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Like, you got to control yourself a bit, eh?
I think
Honestly.
myself, I think the kid deserved it.
Look, if the kid's anything like you,
yeah.
then probably did
That's a
deserve
bit-
it, honestly.
He's a Sharks fan. A lot of Sharks fans. You know, you can
They're
be
annoying.
sad.
Yep.
You
They
can
are a bit
understand.
annoying.
They're
I-
delusional.
Yeah.
And
Which Sharks fan do you know that's annoying?
I don't know any Sharks
Neither.
fans.
I don't know
Yeah,
anyone.
me either. Yeah, go
Oh, I'm
yeah.
a Sharks fan. She's fine.
Yeah,
she-
your mom's
she's
fine,
yeah.
but yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
any others.
No.
Yeah, okay. We skip past. Look, shout out Reggie. Big
Shout out
fan of the
Jules as well.
podcast. Big
Shout out
fan.
to Jules. Yep.
All right. Next question is from Matty C. He asks, surely there is a punishment for whoever comes lowest in the NRL fantasy ladder. Content is king. I don't know if
Agreed.
he's talking about overall, like all of us, or just me, James, and Dan a punishment.
I
But
reckon it should be for all, like,
if
all
it's for
20 blokes.
everyone, I think Brad's just locked in.
Yeah, and James has lost his account as well, so
I know
that's...
there was, yeah, well, actually, James would be locked in for it. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it, actually, Matt.
I'm for it too.
Yeah, you're for
100%.
it?
Yeah,
Yep.
and do it on the podcast,
Yep.
obviously. Yep.
Okay, next question. Again from Matty C. He asks, how does Dan feel getting the 2 points on the weekend? Surely Dragons sung the team song. Dan.
I heard it was a rough win.
Mm.
It might have been come down to a field goal, I think.
Yeah.
Like, we got the 2 points at the end of the day.
What do you mean you heard? You didn't watch the game?
We had to buy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
How am I supposed to know? You got to feel like preempt me on this
Yeah,
thing,
sorry
guys.
about that. You know, I thought the couch
You can
commentators
cut that
would
part
have
out, it's
looked
Cut.
I genuinely thought he didn't watch the game.
Yeah,
Is this guy
no.
serious?
They'd always watch the Dragon.
Yeah,
Every other game.
What do you
I
mean
don't
you
know.
didn't watch it?
What were you doing? Wiping your
Yeah.
ass? Like, what was more important?
I would say they would have sung the team song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Dan
think
was
this,
singing.
this question coming from Maddie C, I think Tigers fans are getting a bit ahead of themselves.
Mm. I've seen it before with Dragons fans as well. When you start off a year
Yeah.
so well,
I have, yep.
I
Tell
think
you who else I've seen it from? Shark supporters.
Ooh.
Now, I don't know what Shark
Okay.
supporter it is, but I have seen it
No.
before.
If
Yeah.
we could just
I
go
have,
back to
definitely.
every weekend where we see a I Love Rugby League post posted
Yep.
to a Facebook page.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Not sure. Yeah.
those posts don't exist anymore.
yeah.
That's so sad.
We're talking about- there's
That's
so
really
much,
sad.
so much of history that's gone. Look, Sharks never really start a season that good, so I don't really
Yeah,
get
right,
high on
right,
the
right.
supply
Yep.
early. But yeah,
Let's go with the fact that Tigers are the new March premiers.
yeah, the chokers. Maybe, who knows? We'll
I
see. Okay, next question.
Speaking of,
It is from Kyle H. He asks, has Lucas brought his grand final ticket yet? I have asked Lucas the question because he's not here, unfortunately. You guys haven't met him before, so you know,
I don't know who Lucas is.
He's
not on the best episode, so
Yeah, true. Look, he hasn't bought it yet, but he said it's on pre-order, so you know, any day now. Like,
I bet you Matt's already bought his. Like,
yeah, oh yeah,
it's probably after paying it, so you can pay it
after-
extra.
yeah.
I'll pay if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah,
Reach
just
out.
reach out. Now, the best part of the podcast brought to us by them. It's the speak pipes, guys.
Big vibes.
Yes. All right, we got plenty to go through, so we'll lock in and get going.
Strap in.
Strap in. First one we have is from Mazova Radio Signal Hijack. Looking forward to this.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's Deshawn here. I find myself once again in quite a precarious position. I had something really good going over at Goldman Match Execution. I was going to tell you all about it, but before I could get any sort of message out to you fine gentlemen, I was swept up during the night and deposited straight onto the Ukrainian front with the other with the other people that were sent with me from the prison. I immediately abandoned them at my earliest convenience and switched over to the Russian side. You know how I feel about that Ukrainian globalist shit, and I sure as fuck have no respect for that faggot Zelensky. I have been fined for the Ruskies establishing a Russian presence on the Ukrainian front. It has been difficult. It has been 2 months of blood, sweat, tears, and guts. And I'll be honest with you, gentlemen, I don't know if I've got another 2 months of this shit left in me. That actually leads me to my question for you, fine punters. What do you gentlemen believe the odds are of the Ukrainian? Do you believe? Look, I'll just come out and say it. I brought a dress with me. I'm happy to be a man. But do you think the Ukrainians would sooner accept a woman surrendering to them that looks like a man? Or do you believe that the Russian Orthodox would sooner accept a man that's been a cross-dresser into their fine establishment and their communities? Your sage counsel is welcome as always. But to be honest, gentlemen, I don't know how much longer.
You know, he's in trouble.
Deshawn is not having a good time. Oh my god!
Reveal
You know
yourself.
what? I'm so glad Deshawn has returned on the
Yeah.
week
Yeah.
we're here.
That's
That's wild.
Look, our sage council is even more sage with 2 women here.
Yeah,
do you
I
think
mean-
they
Oh.
would be more accepting of a man dressed as a woman surrendering to them? Or...
I mean, maybe.
I think so.
yeah.
You're there, so you might as well
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Give it a red hot crack.
I can't believe he hijacked the plane. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. He sounds like he's been through it.
Yeah, he's been for
No
a-
wonder
It sounds like he's going through it.
Up. Yeah.
No wonder he hasn't been around.
Yeah.
Far out.
Fuck.
Reach out.
Like, he's gone from stealing horses in Rose Hill to
Yeah.
riding it down to Wollongong, and now he's in fucking the front lines in Ukraine.
Like,
And he's a
come
cross
home.
dresser as well.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's a lot's happening.
The character building on fucking Deshaun is immaculate right now.
Oh, mate.
I mean, like, please reveal yourself. We
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
get you on the podcast.
Yeah, we need to know.
Just come
We need
home,
to.
please.
Come home.
Please.
Come home safe.
Sean.
We miss you. Good stuff, as always. Okay, next one we have from Rang.
Big rang.
Wonder if he's got any cricket, because no James here. It's going to be rough.
Hey lads, Rang here. Saw something cricket related come up the other day. So South Australia qualified first for the Sheffield Shield Grand Final, which means they get the home game. Obviously, their ground is the Adelaide Oval. But now that AFL season started, the AFL have sort of first dibs on it. So they moved the date of the Sheffield Shield final so that there was enough time between the last game there that they could bring out the drop-in pitch, put the drop-in pitch in, play the game, and then get it back out again. So there was still another day or two before the AFL needed it. The AFL have refused it on player safety grounds because cricket plays with an outfield of about 7 mil of grass, and the AFL play with 9 mil of grass, and they said it's player safety and
That's rough.
too high a risk of concussions. That's going to be the softest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Agreed.
We need an
Agreed.
extra 2 mil of grass on the ground, or it's too unsafe. What a fucking carry on. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that, boys.
Oh, that's
Wait.
ridiculous.
That's a joke.
I didn't know where we were going with it.
Yeah.
Until the 2 mil of grass is fucking hilarious.
Oh, sorry guys, it's too long. It's 2 mil fucking longer.
Why don't they just mow it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
really wish we had
give
James
it a
on because
trim.
he's a grass expert and a
Oh,
cricket expert
yeah.
as well.
really the wrong week
Yeah.
for James not to be here.
Yeah.
But,
Can we phone
yeah.
a friend?
Yeah, friend. Look,
But
I
they s-
always knew AFL fucking pansies, but yeah,
They said it was too much risk of concussion as well. Like,
Yeah.
like 2 mil of grass is going to cause
in
concussion.
the outfield, so it's like very far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
rough.
What can I say? But yeah, AFL stinky.
Brandon, you know what this is? Game's gone soft.
Yeah, game's gone soft.
We agree
Game
with
was
you.
never hard.
Yeah, the game was
actually.
never hard. It's always been
Game was
soft.
never hard.
Yeah.
But look, maybe we'll ask James and see if he's got an answer for you as well, right?
Yeah.
I've
We'll come back to you.
got some opinions. Okay, next one. It's from Ken Loves Lamb.
Me
Oh
too.
god.
I love lamb.
I love lamb.
Hey boys,
Hello.
how we doing?
Well, mate.
Another day, another dollar,
Yeah.
as they say. Didn't get to do any more yard work on the weekend.
Oh.
Still waiting for that useless cunt Ken
It's the rain
to pull his
too.
finger out and do anything.
Hmm.
I have found out that he has moved to the Campbelltown area, so I will come and find him and I will break his kneecaps.
True.
yeah.
It's a bit aggressive.
I had my engagement party on the weekend.
Yeah, congratulations,
Well
mate.
done.
Congrats.
Well done.
Time. I did have the big dog Ken there, and the other big dog Aiden. Good
Thanks
thing
for the invite, mate.
we ordered a bit of food because I think Ken on his own ate about 87 lamb skewers.
Ken really
It
does
was
lamb.
quite
Love
wild.
lamb. I mean,
Even my boss actually commented on it saying, "Holy fuck, Ken ate a bit," and I was like, "Well, he's a big boy." So, yeah. Also, the night ended with me putting Aiden in a headlock and threatening to cave his head in.
Oh yeah.
So, safe to say,
does.
the beers got the better of me. And I found out the hard way in the morning when my stomach was absolutely fucking crook and I was hating life.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there, guys.
Yeah. I
I just-
reckon if he had have gotten more lamb skewers and Ken didn't eat them all, wouldn't have happened with
Yeah.
him. Yeah. Wouldn't have put him in a headlock.
But
He
you know
would
what?
have
I'm
been
with Ken. Like, I love good lamb skewer.
Yeah.
So
Like
I am with Ken.
87 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
so-
I'd pump it.
I
you
reckon, I reckon maybe Darcy had to break it up with the taser.
Yeah. Oh,
She
yeah,
might have had to
get
pull out the taser out.
Yeah, yeah.
If you didn't know, Aiden's missus is a cop, so
I
Beyonce.
thought that.
See.
Yeah.
Yep. With the taser, yep.
Thought she just had a
but-
kink or something.
Yeah.
You never know.
Put it past it. Put it past Aiden. You know, he does
And-
like obviously choking up a bed. So.
Aiden, if you still want us to commentate your wedding, we're still available.
Yeah, still
whenever
available.
it's going to be made.
Yeah.
Just
If you
let us
need
know.
women, we're here
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Cooch commentators can do it as
On the
well.
couch. Up to you.
Cooch and couch, really.
Yeah, we can have
Gucci
both.
couch. The Gucci couch commentators.
The Cooch.
Oh yes, we have fun. That's what we're gonna name this title. Actually,
Coochie Couch Commentators.
Yeah.
Coochie couch.
Beautiful stuff. Good. Congratulations, mate.
Well
Congratulations.
done. Yeah,
Yes,
we're happy.
congrats.
Happy for you.
Maybe lay off the beers next time. Important. Maybe the wedding. Not too many
Yeah,
beers.
dial it back a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
for your life.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Big
That's
soccer review.
tomorrow's problem, you know. Soccer review, guys. This is a highly touted part of the
Oh, I
podcast.
can't
so
wait.
This is our favorite part of the podcast.
Okay, lock in.
I know a lot about soccer, so
Yeah.
Soccer review, boys.
Wild card.
It's actually the international break. So,
Ah.
what's generally quite a boring week of games, but just a little fun fact in Australia's 5-1 win over Indonesia.
5-1.
Australia's first goal was scored through a penalty. Guess who fucking conceded that penalty by Indonesia?
who?
A fucking Swansea player.
Oh.
Couldn't
No
fucking
way.
write it. A fucking Swansea player. Typical. And then if you want to see something funny, also watch the highlights of the Germany versus Italy game and have a look at Germany's second goal. Quite the laugh.
Awesome.
Well, a bit of tips. You've got to watch that.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
Guess what
well,
I'll be watching tonight before
My
bed?
tip is watch Bend It Like Beckham. Have you ever seen it? It's
Yep.
a good movie.
Bend it like
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
shout
all.
out the Australians 5-1. Pretty
Oh.
nice. Pretty nice.
Let's go.
And for you who didn't know, he's a Swansea fan, so he's
Oh,
very
yeah.
sad.
Makes
yeah,
sense,
yeah,
makes sense,
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I guess.
Swansea.
From the sea.
Shout
yeah,
out to the
yeah.
Swanseas.
Arr.
The Swans are by the sea.
She was a
actually.
pirate.
Okay. Next two is from Ring, so let's get into this.
Lads, rang again.
Hello, Ring.
So on the weekend, I'm sure you might hear it in a few other speak pipes, I had Aidan Darcy's engagement party. Lovely night.
Yeah. Went the night.
Ken Morrison was there. I've never seen a human consume so many lamb skewers in such a short amount of time. It was absolutely mental, the amount of skewers that bloke put away.
This man
made
loves
some
lamb.
takeaway boxes for people to take some home later. He ate all of that. Absolutely destroyed it. But all in all, it was a pretty good night. You can kind of tell that it's a good night when, by the end of it, Aidan, Earl and I both can hardly stand up. We're both that drunk, laying down on the lounge, and Aidan's threatening to cave my skull in if I keep living up. So, good night had by all.
yeah.
My skull is still intact
That's
because
good.
he doesn't
Yeah.
stick by his word and talks shit, but yeah, not too bad.
Man, I always love when speak pipes correspond with each
Yeah,
other.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the
You
world
get
building
two
just starts
sides of the story
happening.
kind of thing, yeah.
Man, is lamb expensive?
I don't think
Like, is he
so.
just hoarding all the lamb?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't
He's
pay for
actually-
it, you know?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
actually
I've had lamb in a
reselling
while.
If you didn't know, actually, Ken is having a kid, so maybe he's eating for two now.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
That
That
could
He's
be
giving
it.
birth to the
Yeah.
kid.
Could be it.
Congrats,
Congratulations,
Ken.
Ken.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats, Ken. Yeah, it's crazy to hear both sides of the story of the choking as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, good that you didn't get your head caved in. I think we're all happy about that.
Yes.
That means he's available for Oz Tag on
Yeah,
Wednesday,
yeah,
so that's
yeah.
fine.
If there is videos, we would love to see them.
Yeah,
please.
Please.
End
send
of
it in,
Ken
send it
eating the lamb. We would love to see that.
in. Yeah,
Just
right.
Please.
send them through to me. DM Dan.
Damn, Dan. Okay. Last but not least.
Got a question for James here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
James,
shit.
how does it feel
James,
to
bro.
be the only person on the couch to still have a team on 0 points? Like, even Dan's
not the
Dragons
only one.
got
Can answer
2
that.
points for the bye. That's bullshit. That's another thing to go on about, getting points for a bye. But, yeah, it must be pretty average. Only one to not get any points. And don't start all this crap about, it's still trials. But no, I thought Para actually played pretty good. They defended all right, but they just had no attack, which I guess everyone's known is the case, especially with Moses out. But they're definitely a lot better than they've been the other few weeks. What was your take on the game?
Ashley, what is as the James Leach of the podcast
Yeah.
at the moment? What's your
You're actually
take?
at the
You were
game on
at the
weekend
game.
too.
Look, it's still trials. I'm really excited for the season to start in a couple weeks. I'll give them a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Now, look, I was at the game with a Bulldogs supporter, so I was kind of miserable just the whole time. Yeah, look, with Moses being out, you can say, we'll be better when he's back, but will we? Probably not. And that's all right.
That's
we'll,
all right.
we'll get there one day, okay?
I mean, if your team depends on one person to be good, like
it's not worth
That's not a
it. You know
team.
what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
It's not a
you're not.
team.
It's not a team because there is no Mitch in team.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's rough having 0 points, but as I said, the season hasn't started yet, and I'm very keen for it to start in a couple weeks. Yep.
love that.
3 weeks in and it still hasn't started. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Strange.
The trials go for a few weeks.
Yeah, the trials are
yeah.
long. You know,
5 or 6 weeks.
in
Beautiful.
Parramatta, we're on a different time in
But for
Parramatta.
Storm, it's like started already, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
man. It's
Yeah.
Storm
Oh,
and
yeah.
Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who beat Parramatta?
It's crazy that some clubs have started their season.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dolphins.
Up the fin.
Actually, Storm and Bulldogs have both beat the Eels.
It's rough.
Crazy
It's
that
rough
some-
being an Eels fan.
Some seasons have started, like Sharks,
Yeah.
Dragons,
Yeah.
and Storm and Bulldogs,
Yep,
Yeah.
but Parramatta
But no,
not yet.
as I said, we're on a
Yeah.
different time zone in
Yeah.
Parramatta.
Okay,
So yeah.
Cool.
It's like
We're
Fiji
like-
time,
Yeah.
but Parramatta time.
Yeah, Parramatta.
Beautiful.
Parramatta time.
Well, thank you to the listeners for sending the listener questions and the
Appreciate
speed
it.
pipes through. We appreciate it as always. And actually, thank you to you two. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
You are so
Thank you.
welcome.
It's
Yeah, thank
been
you
one
for
of
having
the
us.
best episodes I think we've had. Out of
I mean,
That's
if
fine.
the
It is
views
the
don't
best.
skyrocket after this,
Oh, look.
I don't know what will.
Those women numbers, the couch commentators, we're going to be going to the moon, I think.
We are
Yeah.
the
You know
couch
what they say? Couch sells.
commentators.
Brennan, we're not going to be single for long.
I like that. Okay, well, thanks for having.
Yes.
Thanks
Thank
for
you very
having.
much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having.
Yeah,
Thanks for having.
Thanks for having.
Yeah,
And,
thanks. Cheers. Cheers.
Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats.
Cats.
Get your head in the game.
Can't wait to have you on for episode 205.
We'll be here. We'll be
Beautiful.
here.
All right, we're back, Dan.
We're back. Now that the riffraff's gone,
Oh, now that those two are gone, now we can talk sports, Dan.
now we can fucking be men.
Now we can talk about what this podcast is about, and it's
Coach.
sports and coach. Okay, let's get into it. Accountability. Look, we had some winners. We did have
Yeah.
some winners. We had Lucas's top tip get up on I don't know.
Oh, sunset.
Sunset.
Let's go with that.
$3.40. What a win.
What a win.
Good stuff, Lucas. He gets winners when it comes to the big carnivals. And look,
As we said a lot on the weekend, winners win.
winners win. And speaking of that, Jib's Jam. He doesn't just get one, he gets two. He gets a
gets
multi.
two.
Look, did Jib's Jam pay less than Lucas's top tip? And it was 2 horses? Yes. $2.48. You would have got 2 horses that stormed in.
Yeah.
Via Sistina, Autumn Glow.
2 good runs from them as
Great
well.
runs. Via Sistina actually winning the Ramvert Stakes back to back.
Back to back.
So good ride from Via Sistina. But look, that's not where the money stops. The gambling, the great podcast accountability. We got the multi up there twice this year, mate. Fuck, winners win.
Winners win.
What can we say? This podcast, look, it's taken a while to get some good punting, but finally we're getting there.
Look, it literally took us 2 years to get one.
Yeah.
And now we've got 2 in like the space of 6 weeks.
Yeah, so it's just going to keep rolling.
Like, if you aren't following the Instagram to see the bets, what the fuck are you doing?
What he is doing, obviously gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly.
But,
1-800-858-858.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. I can't believe it. $8 that one paid. So
$8.
Not bad. Better than a
Don't
poke
forget
in
the
eye.
7 cents, brother.
And the 7 cents. So if you're lucky to get that 7 cents. NRL talk.
NRL talk.
Look, there was a couple of games on the weekend. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, just a couple.
Let's go to who impressed us first. Dan, who impressed you over the weekend?
Gonna have to go with the Manly Warringah Eagles.
Manly. Yeah.
Especially Ruben Garrick.
Oh, mate. 4 tries.
He was fucking hot to trot.
He was on fire. If you had him in Supercoach or Fantasy, you just
I
licking
think
your lips.
fantasy he got like 97 points or something.
Yeah. And then I think
Yes.
Supercoach maybe in the hundreds.
Yeah. Like, mate, Manly have been a bit hot and cold this year, and they were definitely hot this
They were
week.
hot this week.
They were
At Brookie, it's hard to beat them.
Yeah.
Hard to beat them when they get that crowd going.
I was stupid to bet against them.
Yeah.
Stupid to put my decision
You
against them.
weren't gambling responsibly.
I was gambling irresponsibly.
For me, who impressed me, I got a couple. I'm going to go firstly to the Broncos-Cowboys game. It's hard to go past the man, the myth, Payne Haas. We put it on our Instagram story, the try he scored where he just
Yeah.
ran straight for the middle. But yeah, he's the amount of runs, the amount of meters, the amount of tackles. He scored, 105, I think, in fantasy footy.
106.
106. He's just a beast of an athlete, mate. His
like,
cardio.
he's ridiculous.
Or a front rower.
To be putting out those numbers from a person who's going through Ramadan at the moment as well.
Ramadan as well.
Like, I think it's ended over the weekend, but
yeah,
for a person who's going through Ramadan to be putting out those meters, those fucking like numbers, it's just impeccable.
Superhuman, honestly. And I do think if he stays injury free, he will be a mortal because he's changing the way a front rower plays.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So, that was impressive to me. But then I have to go to my team. Like, they impressed me. 27-12 to South. South had been finding ways to win games. But we started off the first half on fire.
You knocked them out.
20-0. And then second half, they got a couple of easier tries, like a kick through. And then that try, Jamie Humphries scored off the tap. No one was ready. So, I mean, like, I can't complain about the defense.
He's just a beast of a human.
Yeah, he's a big man. He's a front rower in a halfback's body.
I'm a big man, but he's a big man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I was very impressed by both our halves working together well. Hines played really well. Where's the Nico haters this week? You know, hello. No, but we had a good game, good team, and that long distance try was also pretty special. Kyle Hero looking to his right and going, "No, Will Kennedy. I think I can outrun these three people chasing me."
And then the second one where he dummied to Ronaldo, and there was no fullback. He's just like, okay, run.
Easy, light work. Okay, we now go to who let us down, Dan. I'll go to you, mate. Who let you down? So many options.
I'd say, look, I'll put a ticket in for James.
Okay.
I'll go the Eels. They had so many sets on the Bulldogs line, and they just, like, their attack was just lackluster. They just couldn't break. Yeah. Like, Bulldogs' defense was impressive, but the Eels' attack was just horrible. They just couldn't break the line. They couldn't get those points on the board. And I reckon the Eels could have won that game very easily. Yeah. Like, they had good possession of the ball. They just couldn't capitalize on.
So many opportunities. They just kept fumbling. Literally.
I feel like Iongi had a bit of a better game this week, but it was just a bit lackluster.
Look, they're starting very slow, and it's going to be, even when Mitch comes back, they're not going to make the 8.
It's going to be very rough for them.
Scrap them from my ladder prediction. I don't think they make it. For me, I will be going to the first game of the week, the Storm versus Panthers. Storm won 30-24, but it was actually a player who let me down in the game. One, Nathan Cleary. Shout out Aiden Earl, who thinks he's an immortal. I don't know if it's immortal behavior to jump up in the air and he tried to dodge someone, but it just looked like his controller disconnected where he just jumped in the air to, I think, try and dodge contact, but ends up hitting Jerome Hughes' knee. In doing that, flops on the deck like a fish, head first, out. So ruled out of the game, and then ruled out for the next game. And my fantasy team is the one who's really let down because he got a 5 for me, and then not playing this week. That's like $900K just sitting there. Come on, Nathan. What are you doing?
What are you doing, Nathan?
But in saying that, impressive for Panthers to actually stick it and only lose by 6. Letting down by the Storm. Like, how do you get Cleary out of the game and win by 6? Come on, guys. But yeah, that's who let me down. That's pretty much it for the NRL, Dan. Unless you got anything that you want to add in.
Not that I can remember off the top of my head. No.
What do we got this week?
Just fucking how we were reacting at the Tigers tries over at the pub on the weekend. Yeah, that was funny.
Oh yeah, I'm loving the. Get behind it, guys. Tigers fans, fire up. As for our teams, who we have this week, you got the Melbourne Storm easy after the bye.
With no Hughes.
No Hughes.
I think they're missing a couple other players.
Easy. Light
Yeah,
work.
light work. We beat him last year. We can beat him this year.
At Net Strava as well.
Yeah.
So beautiful stuff.
What day is it? Saturday? Yeah.
Saturday.
Why do we
early
keep
on
getting the
Saturday.
Saturday games, man?
And then followed into on the Saturday as well. The Sharks have the doggies.
Well, doggies, bro.
I have been ripping in already. Monday at work, I'm ripping into a workmate already saying like he's done. So look, if there's breadcrumbs, I would be back in the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Just because of going off a bit early. Parramatta versus Manly. That's a rivalry of my dad and my brother and James.
Manly should pump them, honestly.
So see how
and
that
it's at
goes.
4 points as well. That's going to be bad.
And Knights have the bye this week, so a lot of
Tigers
players.
playing Campbelltown.
Oh, C-Town, eh?
Against the
Versus
Warriors.
The
That
Warriors.
6:15 on a Sunday, bro. Fuck.
Might be able to attend that. You might see some couch commentators live. We'll see.
Maybe.
That's all for the NRL talk, though. And look, can't wait for next week's games. But now we go to eye catchers. Let's get into that. I'll go to Dan first, mate.
Look, I have 2 eye catchers. I've got one up there, but I've got one on the dome.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll go to the one that I've got written down first. Did you see the Eels fan that converted into a Doggies fan
I
after
did.
the game?
I did.
So he takes his jersey off, throws it on the ground, stomps on it. A Bulldogs fan takes their jersey off, hands it to him, and fucking bloke puts it on and starts just celebrating.
it was
going
pathetic.
ham. Yeah.
It's sad to see your fans give up like that. You know?
Yeah, it was.
Maybe it was
pretty
for
funny.
the moment, for the real, which I would also be for the content. But also, I don't know. I could see James doing it, honestly.
Yeah, I could, yeah,
a couple
honestly.
more weeks and maybe. Who
Yeah,
knows?
you never know.
Your second one, though.
Second one comes from Wednesday night at OzTag.
Mm,
Now, if you follow us on Instagram, you would have seen this already.
Oh, yeah. I
But-
think it's up to like 800 views, mate.
But like, there was a sequence in our game. I've run it down the sideline, got tagged right in front of the
About 100-meter run from you. as
100
well.
meter
Yeah.
run. Trust me,
Yeah.
honestly, got tagged right at the line. Brandon at dummy half, passes to James. Like the video will be
Within
on screen,
split
just
second.
over here.
Yeah.
And James just goes whoosh, straight out the back, straight to Mawazin. Mawazin just zip zap zoop try.
Right.
It was fucking
It was
glorious.
a thing of beauty, honestly. Everyone I showed it to just
Yeah.
stunned, amazed, in awe. It-
Like that's a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't
just for
pull
it
that
to
off
land in
again.
someone's hand, like
Yeah.
firstly like the split second decision, he just went like catch and just throw it out the back.
Like, and it was last tackle as well.
The camera work from Brian. Shout out Brian.
Shout out Brian for the camera work.
It just like follows the ball straight into his hands. The step, boom, try.
Beautiful.
Too good. It was a thing
Beautiful
of
stuff.
beauty, honestly. Look, James, he's not on the podcast at the moment, but he has some of those moments in him.
Yeah.
He can throw a ball, mate. He can throw a flick pass as well.
Now that we're getting our OzTag games, like
Recorded.
clips,
Yeah, you might
like,
see more.
you know, we might do more OzTag reviews. Might put more of them on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want to say that.
Yeah. See some of Brandon's Ecuadorian spirit.
And see
Okay.
me running down the sideline.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the video cuts out before you get the 100 meter.
Yeah. It cuts in just as I get tagged.
Yeah. Okay, my eye catcher is in the Bulldogs Parramatta game. Did you see that Josh Curran decided to put on his referee jersey and call out to a Parramatta player and says, "You're offside, mate. You're offside. You're offside." Calls their name. They pull back. Look, they're Bulldogs didn't go flying through the line or anything, but they do make a little bit more meters than I think they would have, and resulted in a penalty, which obviously should have happened, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
In the words of the ref, it's not in the spirit of the game.
The spirit of the game. It sounds like something the English bloke, Piers Morgan, it sounds like something he would say, it's not in the spirit of the game.
Not in the spirit of the game.
It's tough. It's tough. Look, I think it's hilarious, to be honest. I don't know where he's come up with the idea, but it was cooking, obviously, beforehand.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of doing it now in OzTag. I'll let you know how it goes. Will I get binned or suspended? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, now that, like, from that, Josh Curran has actually become a triple position player in fantasy.
Yeah.
He's now got his ref position.
So
Expect more points from Josh Curran.
and more people to pick him in. I think I might bring him into the team now.
Yeah, honestly.
Triple position's pretty good.
Who needs Payne Haas when you can just get Josh Curran?
100%. That's the eye catcher's done. But now we go to just a little bit of horse racing. there was one race on the weekend that I really wanted to get into. It was a Golden Slipper Day, Dan.
It was Slipper Day, and
Slipper
we
Day.
were at the Sherwood.
We were at the Sherwood. We watched it live. I unfortunately was on Wotan, and Wotan got second though. So Sportsbet paid me out, not an ad, but got money for second place. Shout out Sportsbet. Though the Golden Slipper winner was Mahuna. Good race, and look, I didn't expect it to win, but it got the job done.
Yeah,
got the job done, and I'm sure Lucas was not on it.
I'm sure he wasn't.
I'm sure he was also on Wotan, but look. That was a Golden Slipper. I've been to a couple of Golden Slippers in my life, and it's always a good day out there at Rosehill. So shout out Mahona, and maybe big things for it in the future. Okay, that's the horse race. That was quick. That's quick.
That was quick.
Not the podcast.
The
podcast went quite long, but shout out Alyssa and Ashley.
Shout out.
Great having you on the podcast, and let us know the next guest you want to see. Follow social medias as always.
And definitely don't say Deshaun.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys next week. Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
I'm gonna make a blooper reel, honestly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right, we're drinking
Celebratory drink.
I'm not eating already.
Hello.
Cheers to the intro.
Am I gonna do the call and you do the back?
Wait.
We are the couch. We are the couch. We are the couch. We are the couch commentators. But that's later.
Yeah, that's later.
We are the couch.
We are the couch. We are the couch commentators.
There's definitely a bloopers reel getting made of this episode.
I love or we love?
Or how we love.
Oh, how we love to watch the footy.
Is it footy or football?
I thought it was footy.
It was footy.
How we love
To watch the footy. We are the couch commentators.
We are the couch.
We are the couch.
We are the couch.
We are the couch.
We are the
couch
couch
commentators. Okay.
All right.
I'm there.
Ooh, sorry.
We are back in
Red
the.
lover, yellow lover. Red lover, yellow lover.
We are back in the at Lake Debarry.
And we could do the opera version. We are the couch. We are the couch. We are the couch commentators.
I'm always down just to keep this guy.
Who was your favourite Melbourne Storm player?
One of the mullet.
Yep.
Blonde mullet.
Yep, the mullet. Oh, I was trying to think of his name, but now it looks stupid because I don't know anyone. You can't put this in there. Guys, cut it out. All of them.
Yeah. Good answer. Good answer.
Should we do an
tissues
do,
in
we, do an ASMR?
Doing these ones, yeah.
Me and Brennan have tried ASMR on these mics. It doesn't work.
Yeah, you need a fluffy thing.
I just sometimes yell in Dan's ear.
I do want to get rid of my chewing gum, so if you're going, I can give you my chewing gum. Thanks, mate.
Oh, Jesus.
That's on the bloopers reel.
That's on the bloopers. All right, the cooches.
The Cooch commentators are back. We are the Cooch commentators, but we love to talk shit. We are the Cooch commentators.
Watch this shit.
Watch the Cooch.
Oh, yeah,
We
no.
love to wash our Cooch.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my.
Watching Cooch tutorial coming soon.
Oh.